What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Wrestling with Finance and the Ranton Review. This is a kind of a mashup video I'm doing here because it benefits both of my two of my current YouTube channels. And the topic today is how you can go to events, especially if you're a wrestling fan, since, the pandemic is not really over, but in America, everybody's kind of acting like it's over. So we just had an AEW pay-per-view. We've got more pay-per-views coming up from other places like concerts and sporting events and everything else where we're going to have crowds. AEW just did a full capacity sellout crowd at Daly's Place for their pay-per-views. Other companies are planning on doing it. Of course, we got one of the Paul brothers is going to fight Tyron Woodley, and another one's going to fight Floyd Mayweather. So there's going to be maximum capacity at a lot of these events. And some of us have wondered, how do guys like the green shirt guy and the vampire looking guy and the blonde haired AEW girl and, the people that you see at all these events all the time, and you're like, how do these people go to these events all the time? And it'd be nice if I could do that. Now, while I'm not 100% sure how these people do it, because, those front row seats do cost a lot of money, I can tell you that you can travel to any of these or any other events, obviously, and do it for free, and it probably should be free. And if you don't know how to do it, well, I'm going to tell you how to do it in this video. Before we get to that, though, this being YouTube, it would help out the channel if you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell so you're notified next time I have videos like this or any other ones that may benefit you in the future. Wrestling with Finance is a channel for people who wrestle with finance, who may have not had the best financial record in history and want to learn how to fix it, or just people who are curious about what's going on in the financial world and things like this, like how to travel for free and get free hotels if you do the right things. So here it is. Here's the big secret in how you can probably go to a pay-per-view or a live event or a concert for free this year that you have to travel to. And it's something very simple that you may or may not have heard of. It's called credit card churning. So you may be saying, Wrestling Ranton, Wrestling with Finance, the Ranton Review, whatever you want to call me. What is credit card churning? Well, credit card churning basically takes advantage of the fact that a lot of these credit card companies give a tremendous amount of bonus. Not as much as they used to a couple years ago, but they give tremendous bonuses for you to sign up for a credit card. And you can use those bonuses in order to travel for free and get free hotels and lots of other perks as well. I can hear somebody already saying, well, why would I want to get credit cards? I'm trying to get out of credit card debt. Now you're telling me to get into more credit card debt. That's not what I'm saying. The thing that you do with credit card churning is essentially you're going to be spending money that you would already have spent using your bank card or cash or whatever else or whatever other credit card. And instead you're charging it on these cards so you can get the bonuses. And at the end of the month, you pay the card off. In fact, every time you get paid, you should pay off whatever you paid from the previous 2 weeks or month or week or whatever you get paid. So you're not racking up new debt. Let's look at it this way. You have this little pile over here of, here's my wallet, and here's the money that usually goes out of my wallet to pay for gas, to pay for food, to go out to eat, to pay some bills, whatever it is, my car insurance, etc., etc., etc. And instead of paying that directly, you have this new shiny credit card that gives you bonus points if you spend a lot of money using this credit card. And at the end of the month, you take the money that was over here and you pay it off over here and you still get the points. Get that? So if you do it this way, you don't get any points. You do it this way, you get a lot of points and you can travel for free. Now, some of you may be asking, this sounds a little bit too good to be true. Well, it's not like the credit card companies are doing this to say, hey, we want to give people free travel. They're doing it because they're trying to entice people, especially given the pandemic and given the fact that a lot of people have been cooped up. They're trying to give incentives for people to, especially young people, to get a credit card and entice them with these kind of sign-up bonuses. Their hope is that you will be like, the majority of other people, especially in the United States, that just racks up a bunch of debt on a credit card because you think it's free money, you don't pay it off, and then you pay all that interest. But you're not a stupid person, so what you're not going to do is that. What you are going to do is pay it off so you don't pay off any interest and you're not racking up any debt. Now, a lot of people have caught on to this. The average debt for the average American on the credit cards dropped actually from $6,194 to about $5,315 last year, and it's probably going to drop again. So people are starting to figure this out. So some of these credit card companies are not giving as much as they used to in benefits, but there's still a ton of benefits out there, and you can check them out and take advantage of them if you're smart. Now, the other concern about this is you might say, well, I don't have the money to spend on this stuff. I don't make a lot of money. How can I take advantage of some of these things? Well, again, you're spending money that you would have spent anyway. One of the ways you can do this, if you can't meet the minimum requirement just from your average monthly spend, and they usually give you about 3 months to spend the money, is you can charge some bills up ahead in advance. So say, you got the 3 months to use the credit card to get as much spending as you can to get the points. You may want to do something like pay your car insurance 3 months in advance. And sometimes some of these companies, whether it's BG&E, which is our gas and electric company here where I live at, or, your car insurance company or whatever insurance company that you have or whatever bills you have, sometimes you get perks from paying it all in advance or paying 2 or 3 months in advance. So you may be able to do it that way. Another way that there is, and I'm not suggesting this, in fact, I don't suggest this at all, but I want to let you know about this because if you go on and look up credit card churning in other places, there are going to be some, I don't want to say unscrupulous, but there will be some people who will suggest this technique. I am not suggesting you do this technique. Again, this is not financial advice for you to do anything. I am letting you know what is out there. And I do not suggest you doing this. But what some people do, have done in the past, and the credit card companies have caught on to this anyway, but they will go and take their card and they'll go and get a gift card from the grocery store, take the gift card money, cash it out, put it in their bank account, and use that to pay off the credit card. So essentially, it's called credit. What was it called? Like credit manufactured spending or something, where basically they're pretending that they're spending the money and they're really not spending the money. A lot of credit card companies have caught on to that. I do not suggest doing that because you could lose your card, you could get in a lot of trouble, and it could hurt you pretty badly. So I'm not suggesting you do that, but I'm telling you to be aware of that because you may hear that other places if you continue to look this up. Another thing that you can do, if you want to check this out, is you can go on and invite your friends and family out to dinner, out to the bar. And the way you can do this to meet the minimum spend is you say, hey, take 3 or 4 of your friends out and you say, look, I'm going to charge everything on my card. You guys, since most people have Cash App these days, you just Cash App me what your part of the bill is, but I'll get to charge my card so I get the points. So say you guys go out and you spend like $300 at the bar that night, and you take out your 3 friends, you put it on your card, your 3 friends give you the money, make sure you get the money from them before you charge the card, and that counts towards you meeting that minimum spending requirement to get the benefits and the points from the card. There are a few warnings about this though. You don't want to do this if you're looking to buy a new house or get a new car, basically anything where you want people to check your credit report, because as with everything, when you open up a new credit card, they're going to check your credit score and you're going to get a ding on your credit score, but it's not a major ding. It'll be fine within about a month or 2. So you don't want to do a whole bunch of these at the same time if your credit score isn't like top notch. Now, if you got like a 750, 800 credit score, first off, congratulations to you. And second of all, this is not going to hurt you that much. But for people who are trying to rebuild their credit, this is not something you want to do all at one time. And it's not something that, again, that you want to do if you're looking to take out a loan or buy a new house or buy a new car or something else like that. And the one big advantage to all of this, though, is if you are somebody who's trying to rebuild your credit and you are in the process of that, this actually does help you because you're getting more lines of credit. Your credit available is increasing, which reduces the amount of credit that you are spending. So maybe you have 20% of your credit that you have not available to you that you kind of use, but this might reduce it because you'll get new limits to 15% or whatever, which then raises your credit score. It's a win-win in many different ways, but again, it is imperative that you pay the card off before the end of the month and don't spend any money that you normally wouldn't have spent using cash or your other credit cards or your bank card. You may be saying, well, what are the cards? Tell me some cards. What cards should I get? If I want to try to do this, what cards should I get? Well, there's a bunch of them, actually. There are a ton of cards. I'm going to suggest a couple of them. Again, this is not financial advice. You should do your own research. Look at the fine print. See what they're offering. One of the things you want to make sure is that the points don't expire, so because you want to hoard as many as you can and get as many points as you can to use them later on. I am, in fact, doing this technique right now as I'm working towards this, as I just got 2 new cards in order to go to Wrestle Kingdom next year, hopefully if Japan is open back up. So again, for you to be able to do this too, here are some cards I would suggest. One of them would be the American Express Gold card. Now, that card is giving you 60,000 membership reward points, and that is after you spend $4,000 on purchases with your new card within the first 6 months. So that's 6 months that you have to spend $4,000. Most of us spend $4,000 within half a year, so this one should be pretty easy to get the points on. You get 4 times the points on dining and groceries, on flights. Now, the one disadvantage is that this card does have an annual fee of $250, which comes to where I have to explain this part, is that for this card, and a lot of cards you'll find, you're getting cash back and you're getting some bonus cash for certain things. So it kind of evens itself out for these annual fees. However, if after the first year there are no other benefits for the card, and this is something people ask a lot, I would probably cancel the card. If, again, not financial advice, but if you're not getting any benefits of it, you might want to think about canceling the card so you don't pay the $250 fee every single year. But again, like I said, the first year with the gold card, with the sign-up bonuses and all the stuff that you're going to get, it does offset the $250 cost the first year. So keep that in mind when you're looking at these cards. Next ones we're going to get to is kind of funny, not really the gold standard, but these are like everybody who does credit card churning's favorite cards, the Chase Sapphire Preferred and the Chase Sapphire Reserve cards. And these are, there's so much stuff you get with these cards. It's really depends on what kind of annual fee that you want to pay. The Sapphire Preferred card gets you $80,000 bonus points plus $50 grocery store credit, and you get 2 times the points on dining and travel. You get 25% more redemptive value. You get your Chase plan. There's all kinds of benefits and perks to this. This one does come with a $95 annual fee. Again, that fee is offset by a lot of the stuff you're getting. You're getting you're getting multiple nights of free hotel or multiple plane tickets, essentially, depending on where you're traveling to, of course, and what the value is of the ticket. But you're getting a lot in exchange for the $95 a year. And like I said, with the previous card, if you don't want to pay that, then after the second year, then you can always cancel the card. That card requires you to spend $4,000 within the first 3 months. And again, if using some of the techniques, some of us spend, again, I know I easily spend $4,000 within 3 months. But again, if you're a person who doesn't spend that much money, then you can use some of the other techniques I mentioned before to meet that. Now, the Chase Sapphire Reserve card is a little bit more pricey. The annual fee is $550. I only suggest this for people who do have a lot of money and spend a lot, because at that point you're going to get that offset cost for the annual fee, but you are getting 60,000 bonus points and a whole bunch of other perks as well. You get 50% redemptive value. There's $300 travel credit that they give you every single year. So right there, you're kind of offsetting some of the annual fee anyway. And you're going to get exclusive access to lounges and all kinds of stuff, possible upgrades at hotels and everything else. The Chase Sapphire cards are pretty much the ones that most of the credit card churning people love. And you can see the reasons for this. You can check the descriptions down below. By the way, none of those links down below to the information on some of these are affiliate links of mine. I'm not getting anything from the providing those links. I'm just providing you the information, so I get no kickback from those. That's just for you to check out. And you should also be aware that some of these deals depend on the refresh rate of your browser. I am making you guys aware of that because some of the points can change depending on when you look. One kind of technique you can do for this is kind of a bit of a hack, is if you're using a web browser, you can clear the cache and the cookies on your web browser and then go back to it. If you see that like the points go from 80,000 when you looked at it, but then you refresh the page and it went down to 60,000, they're looking for whether or not you're looking at this for the first time. So just clear your cache and clear your cookies on your browser, and you should be able to get the maximum amount of points available. Then there's the one that's really for my fellow YouTubers, because this is a business, or anybody who's really running a small business, and that's the Chase Inc. Business Preferred card. Now, this one comes with $100,000 bonus, but you have to spend $15,000 within the first 3 months. This one has an annual fee of $95, but that 100,000 points is roughly about $1,200, maybe $1,000 to $1,200, depending on again where you're going. Worth of travel points and worth of travel expenses right there. So you're getting basically a free vacation travel out of it. Plus, you're getting 3 times the points. You're getting lounge access. They even help you out with renting cars and car fees. And the funny thing about it is that the points that apply to these and many of these cards for travel, it's not just airfare. It counts if you take the bus. It counts if you take the metro. It counts for parking. It counts for Ubers. All of those count to the points back that you get from using the card to get those services. So again, if you're a person that takes an Uber a lot, or you're a person that goes and has to pay for parking, use this card and you get the points. The last one I want to mention is the one that I just got. It's the Hilton Honors card. There's 2 different kinds of these. You can get up to 130,000 bonus points. You can get a lot more depending on the card that you get. This, however, the real reason why this one's pretty cool is because this is not exclusively for hotels, but that's what I'm going to use it for, to stay at Hilton's basically for free. But you only have to spend $1,000 within the first 3 months to get 80,000 points. And then you have to spend $5,000 over the next 6 months to get the other 50,000 points. And they keep giving you points and keep giving you points, and you keep getting access to a lot of stuff. Depending on the cards you get, there's no annual fee. They give you 7 times back on travel, 5 times on dining and groceries. You're getting points at the wazoo with this one. You're part of the Silver Club. You can go up to the Gold Club with Hilton, which gives you access to, maybe you don't want the double room, maybe you get upgraded to the king size room or get updated to a suite. That happens when you're part of the preferred club. When you're using this card, you may get bumped up in the hotel room that you're staying in. So again, this is the one I just got. This is the one I'm probably going to be using to go to Wrestle Kingdom next year, or if I can't go to Wrestle Kingdom because they're not allowing foreigners into Japan, I'll pick another event that I want to go to by using this card and using these methods. And again, make sure when you're looking at these points that the points carry over, that you don't have to use them within the time frame. There's plenty of other cards. American Express has a bunch of cards. Bank of America actually has a pretty good travel card. The only one I wouldn't really use is Wells Fargo. Sorry. Again, this is not financial advice. You can use Wells Fargo if you want to, if you do your research. I personally wouldn't use the Wells Fargo card for this stuff because their fees are kind of weird and you don't get as much as you get from some of these. Chase and American Express are probably the best ones to go after. And then any of the individual cards from the hotels like the Hilton Honors Club. So that's how you can go and travel. Maybe go to Wrestle Kingdom next year. Maybe if you're a WWE fan, you can go to WrestleMania. Maybe you can go to All Out or Full Gear that's in St. Louis coming up this November from AEW. Or if you don't want to go to a wrestling event, which I know many people don't, but if you just want to go to a concert, maybe you want to go to the Super Bowl, maybe you want to go see Logan Paul get knocked on his ass, you can use this credit card technique, this credit card trading technique to actually get free hotel, free travel to go to the event. And if you even charge the event on your card, or if you go to the event and buy a bunch of merchandise and stuff, which you were going to do anyway, that might pay for the next trip that you go on because you're getting bonus points for that. So check that out. Hopefully this helps some of you guys and spark some ideas from some of you people who didn't know about this to say, if I do this and do this, I spend $1,000 a month anyway. So if I do one of these things, I can take a free vacation if you just want to do that. Hopefully that sparks some ideas from you guys. Again, look down in the description box below. Again, those links are not affiliate links of mine, so I'm not getting anything from those. Those are information links for you to do more research on. Of course, I do have some affiliate links if you want to get some free crypto, 2 free stocks to Webull that could be worth up to $1,850, and a 30-day free trial from Amazon Prime. That's also down in the description box below under my affiliate links. Hopefully you guys got something out of this. Let your comments be heard and be written down in the comment box below. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to ask them. And I will see you guys pretty soon next time for more news, rumors, and advice here on Wrestling with Finance. Have a good day.